Welcome to Devil News Baseball, brought to you by Cookbox. Buy our product.
Hello everybody and welcome to today's ball game. I'm Bill Jill.
And I am Jim Schlingerborgen, and we'll be today's commentators.
And if you look around, it's an absolutely beautiful day.
Well, actually, Bill, I'd have to disagree. It is absolutely horrible out here.
Well, Jim, no one really cares about your opinion. Anyways, we're here to witness the long-anticipated match between the Heaters and the Human Beings. Now, it seems like the Human Beings will be batting first, and, what's that? Alright, we just received word that the Human Beings will be the only team batting today.
So let's take a look at the lineup. It seems like we got McDowell up first, followed by Lisea. In third, we have Stone, and in last and most definitely least, we have Malloy.
Moving towards the outfield, it seems we only have two people. We have Allie Heater starting as pitcher, and Allie's sister, who we didn't bother to get the name of, as catcher. Now, Jim, it looks like the Heaters only have two team members. We've just recently gotten word that the rest of the team has been injured due to a Cookbox-related incident.
That's correct. Both teams were willing to cancel, but the Devil News Baseball League has decided to continue the game because they're too lazy to give refunds.
Yeah, that's understandable. Now, to the game, where Allie Heater is warming up her pitches. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jim, the Human Beings are an absolutely terrible team. Allie Heater would have to be throwing horribly in order for them to hit any of her pitches.
I agree, Bill. And first up to the plate we have Michael McDowell, and if you remember last game, Michael McDowell was ejected for getting too political.
Well, I hear you, Bill. Those hot takes were, as the kids like to say, based.
Yes, they were, but this game he's come back with a vengeance, and he's confident that he'll do well, despite his previous remarks that, quote, baseball sucks. And here comes the first pitch of the game. Michael swings and misses, doing absolutely terrible as usual. Another pitch. And another miss. Let's get a slow motion replay of that swing.
And yes, we can now confirm that Michael is indeed horrible at baseball. Here comes the third pitch, and it seems like Allie Heater is attempting to throw the ball like a bowling ball. Goes completely into the dirt. Another pitch and another ball. Seems like Michael has learned his lesson with high balls.
Now let's hope he learns his lesson about his political hot takes.
Very humorous, Jim. Michael swings and he hits the ball, but he's still not good enough to hit it into the outfield. Alright, the tally is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Allie throws and Michael actually hits the ball. And it seems that he's running to first with the bat still in his hand. It seems Michael McDowell has been disqualified from the match for running to first base with a bat in his hand. He does not seem very happy about that. Now that he's done batting, let's bring it down to the field for an interview.
Michael, how does it feel to strike out and be bad?
You know, I just told you, this ain't my sport, man. Like, I don't like swinging stuff. Like, tennis is
bad.
That's just, like, you know that. I don't like swinging stuff. The only thing I like swinging are my fists in football, because football is the best sport that God ever created. And that's just a cold hard fact. That's what the Bible says. That's what our Constitution says. Or so I'm sure.
Well, at least we can use that interview. Anyways, next up to bat, we have Diego Lisea. Now, Jim, I've heard that Lisea is not even a baseball player.
That's right, Bill. Lisea has only played baseball once before in his life. The Human Beings just found him on the street. Now, earlier today, we talked to Lisea, and he seemed very unconfident for today's game.
I'm gonna miss every single one.
No, you're not. You gotta believe, Diego. Diego, you're not believing.
Well, last time I played baseball, I hit like 2.
That's because you're bad.
You
suck at baseball.
Well, Jim, that's what we in the industry like to call foreshadowing.
Oh, Bill, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure he'll do great.
Oh, he's got it.
It seems that umpire Bishop felt so bad for Lisea that he gave him 4 extra pitches, and he still completely missed them all.
Wow, he's really bad at baseball. Let's go down to the field for an interview.
All right, so Diego, how does it feel to fail and be terrible?
Well, you know exactly. You know how it feels. It feels terrible when you miss a ball. It's like in life, you know. I'd rather strike out on 3 straight pitches than not try at all. And at least I tried.
Okay.
At least in life, you gotta try.
All right, next.
You gotta attempt.
Well, it seems like Lisea bored our interviewer to death.
That's right, Jim. We don't want life advice. We want action.
Well, Bill, on to our next batter, self-proclaimed good baseball player Tyler Stone. Now, Bill, I've heard rumors that Tyler Stone is the best player on this team.
Well, Jim, Tyler's little brother does have a little experience with swinging a baseball bat. It's just not at baseballs.
What do you mean, Bill? Well, geez, Bill, it must run in the family then. If Tyler shows that kind of talent out on the field, then he's sure to put the human beings on the board.
Now we have Allie Heater versus Stone Cold Tyler. Now, is that a coincidence or not?
Bill, there's a reason you're a commentator and not a comedian.
Second pitch, and it looks like Allie Heater is reverting back to the failing bowling ball strategy, which ultimately gives Tyler ball number 2. Coming to the third pitch, and a controversial call from umpire Bishop. Oh, it seems like we got a bit of a dispute now, but Bishop refuses to change the tally.
What's this? It looks like Tyler is now switching to the girls' rule bat to prove how good he is.
Well, Jim, we'll be the judges of that, and oh my gosh, he's terrible at baseball.
I'm now starting to believe that the only reason Tyler is on varsity baseball is because he sold enough gold cards. Wow, Bill, that pitch was exceptional.
I agree, Jim. Exceptionally awful. Oh my gosh, that was a terrible pitch.
It's now full count, and Tyler is thirsty for a home run. He swings, and he hits another foul ball.
Yes, Jim, that was foul. But so was that swing. Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
Oh, and it looks like Tyler is switching back to a normal bat.
Hopefully now he won't be so trash at baseball. Oh my god.
Another pitch. And Tyler sends it to the outfield. He was clearly aiming for the children in the playground, but he's not good enough to hit that far. Regardless, the human beings now lead 1-0. Let's meet Tyler on the field for an interview.
Alright, Tyler, how does it feel to be the only person to not completely suck?
Well, it felt pretty good considering the fact that she was throwing like 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, she was throwing him slow.
Straight.
Maybe she's the one who's bad at this.
Yeah, I really don't think it was fair on how I got a 24-inch bat, but I really did hit it.
Yeah.
So it goes to show that I don't suck.
Yeah.
And respect the grind because we're going yard next at bat.
Alright, that's fair.
And now, the last batter in this one-inning game. He goes by many names. Ran, R.J. Malloy, Ranjan Malloy, the person who's better than anyone else. We like to call him Frank.
So, Bill, why do you think the human beings would save Frank for last?
Well, Jim, they probably assumed that the rest of the team was so bad that they would already have 3 outs by now.
Well, knowing Frank, they'll probably get 3 outs after he's done batting.
Haha, very humorous, Jim.
Thanks, Bill.
Well, now here's Frank stepping up to the plate now. And here it comes. Allie throws the first pitch, and it seems like Frank is already implementing a strategic step-back technique. Now, Jim, why don't you explain to the audience what the strategic step-back technique is?
Well, Bill, the strategic step-back technique fully stabilizes the center of gravity while also maximizing the inability for the pitcher to hit him. In other words, he's a coward.
Yes, he is, Jim. Now, as we can see, Frank has 1 ball and 1 strike at the moment. Allie throws another pitch, and it seems like the strategic step-back technique is throwing off her accuracy. Pitch number 4, and it seems like the strategic step-back technique is not only affecting Allie's accuracy, but also Frank's. It's a 2-2 count now, and it looks like strike 3.
Oh my, and it looks like we have another disagreement in umpire Bishop's calls, this time escalating to yelling. But despite that, the human beings close the game, winning 1-0 and... Wait a minute. It seems as if the human beings have made a deal with umpire Bishop.
That's right, Jim. We're getting word that umpire Bishop is giving Frank 1 last pitch, as long as they agree to give the Heaters a free point. And it seems like both teams have agreed to these terms. The score, as it stands, is now 1-1 with 1 pitch left. All Allison Heater has to do is throw a ball, and she can end the game in a tie. And oh my gosh! Frank has the ball straight into the outfield.
He's going through every base. He's coming back home, and he's done it. Frank has scored the game-winning point for the human beings.
Well, I mean, they would have won anyways.
Shut up, Bill. No one cares what you think. The human beings end the game with a 2-1 score, which puts them in first place in their league.
Now join us on the field as we have the post-match interview with some of the players.
How does it feel that someone who's never really played baseball in like 5 years hit one of the balls and got home run? Very serious question.
Was that you?
Of
Who would
course,
that be?
of course, it was me.
Considering that was a weak ground ball to first base, I feel pretty good about myself. I'm not a strikeout pitcher, so I did my job today.
Whatever you say. All right, umpire Bishop, you caused quite the controversy today with your questionable calls. What do you have to say about that?
You know, I have 20/20 vision. I was going to be an Air Force pilot, but they said that my vision was too sharp, so I became a professional umpire. And
Military doesn't say
you got the best today, son.
McDowell.
Well, we'd like to thank all of you for watching tonight's special edition of Devil News Baseball. I'm Bill Jill,
And I am Jim Schlingerborgen,
signing off.